I'm an English teacher, not fucking Tomb Raider.
Hello and welcome to the final podcast, the last podcast you will ever listen to. We are the creators of the Spooky Pit, the innovators of the Passion Bump, and we take you down the darkest rabbit holes of all things horror.
Welcome, spooky bitches. By now you know that we review horror movies and fuck 'em with comedy. We are your final bros, Brian Hopwell LaGrasta and Shane I Crit on the Clit Smith. And we are not joined by our Scream Queen and producer Jen because she is still on vacation. We are reviewing a amazing 2000s horror movie, The Descent.
Yes, this is my favorite horror movie. I think it's very interesting and unique and kind of thought-provoking with different things, and it's very tense.
Very tense.
I don't like enclosed spaces, and I think that's what really helps build, like, being stuck in a cavern is, like, so terrifying to me.
You suffer from claustrophobia, bro. This movie's not it. Is this movie on Amazon?
Yes. It's on that, like, freebie Amazon.
Yeah. What is it, freebie, like another Tubi?
Dude, these things just keep popping up out of nowhere.
Because a lot of the movies I've been watching recently off Amazon are free through freebie. So I don't know if it's like a
or like IMDb TV, they're free through.
Free with ads, yeah. So, yeah, I definitely saw this in the theaters when it came out in the mid-2000s. I was in high school, and I definitely really liked it back then. I've only seen it. This is my third watch. I know you've probably seen it more.
I've seen it a lot, yeah.
And it's a female-driven cast. It's a very tense movie. It builds tension throughout a cavern.
Yeah.
Technically an unexplored cavern.
Yes.
And I like the creature element that they throw.
Me too.
Because the creatures are fucking very well developed for mid-2000s. Because we've reviewed horror movies in the mid-2000s. We will be reviewing horror movies in the mid-2000s that have horrible-looking creatures in it.
Oh, we're going to get to that in 2 weeks.
Oh, my God. But yeah, the creatures look fucking phenomenal in this movie. The tension is really great. The setting is great. I really like all of it. And I think that the movie sets up some really good dialogue in the caves. And if you have anxiety, if you suffer with like claustrophobia or whatever, I don't, but if you do, whew, they make you feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They really do.
It's just... and the characters are very, like, believable. And that's what I like about it. They're not like your quote from the beginning, like they're not these over the top, like they're going to escape. They know what they're doing. They're like, bro, I teach English 5 days a week. I don't know how to like.
Yeah. I mean, like,
because there's 3 of them that are very experienced.
Yeah.
And the other 3 are just like, they dabble, but they're not like ready for this.
They're like an outdoorsy type group.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, absolutely. They're not like experienced in cave, like traversing caves and caves.
Like, it seems like Juno, Holly are the 2 big experienced ones.
Yeah, because Holly likes to like go ahead.
Yeah,
that's just her thing.
She's crazy. And then the one sister is pretty experienced, right? Becca.
It's got to be. I always get confused between Becca or Beth, but it's because the one. Don't remember by the name. But the one definitely is the one that kind of there's a gap and she creates the line for everybody to go through.
I think that's Becca.
Becca, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get confused between Becca and Beth.
Beth is Becca's the blonde-haired girl, and Beth is the one with the black hair that's kind of like short.
Okay, she's the one with the crazy pajamas.
Yes,
right?
yes.
It's Becca. Becca is the one that is very skilled, very fucking skilled.
Yeah, and they're all gonna get attacked for reasons.
But I like that though, because like you're thinking like, oh, they're just gonna kind of like fucked because of the actual cave,
and that's why I like this. You don't expect what goes down, like
what like is harbored underneath the cave, and it's unexplored. We'll get into it, but it's pretty solid. And I think the character motives that are in there too. It's not just like we're going through a cave. No, there's like these characters have like some like hidden agendas. So
yes,
and some background,
and I like all that, and the reveals of certain things later on.
Hold on a second.
There you go. Okay, you're ready to go.
I'm erect.
Yeah. So let's, you know what? That looks like a guy who wants to jump into a spooky pit.
Is that the Q-in?
Yeah, that's definitely the Q-in.
That's the fucking Q-in. The Descent is released 2005. This movie is directed by Neil Marshall. Neil Marshall's the guy that directed those Game of Thrones episodes, right?
Yes.
Stars a bunch of women I've never heard of before. Shauna McDonald as Sarah, Natalie Mendoza as Juno, Alex Reed as Beth, Saskia Mulder as Becca, Mayanna Bering as Sam, Nora Jane Noon as Holly. This movie is about bitches and caves.
Yes. So,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. IPA in the eye is fucking hitting a little different right now.
it's burning a little bit. A little burn. So I'll just go on about Neil Marshall while you're taking care of that. Neil Marshall has also directed an episode of Westworld. The episodes, like you said, of Game of Thrones. He has also directed Dog Soldiers, which was a really actually
like
good movie.
He's got to be British then, right? He's like a British or an Irish guy?
I assume he's British. Let's see what this guy is. Neil Marshall, where were you born? Born in Newcastle, England. Yeah.
And just so you know, I mean, everybody's a Game of Thrones fan, right? He directed the battle episodes. He did Battle of Blackwater.
He did, right?
He did I think he did Battle of Bastards too. He did like the battle episodes, like the heavy hitters, or was it Hard Home? He did some of the big ones.
It doesn't show which two he directed. Wait, I mean, I could Google that while we talk about this.
Sure.
But if he did those episodes, that's like really impressive.
I know for a fact he did Battle of Blackwater.
Okay.
But I think he did Battle of the Bastards. I don't think he did Hard Home. But yeah, you look that up. I'll talk about the movie.
Yeah, we'll jump into the beginning.
Like I said, all female cast. The movie's going to start with a little white water rafting. They're going to do a little rafting. Are they in North Carolina?
I believe so.
One of them had North Carolina plates, but yeah, they're in any case, you have a bunch of female characters going white water rafting. Honestly, they're just going through a rafting system, so they're just going to go through the rapids until they're done, and then essentially like they're powwowing, and then it's time to go home.
Yes. I'm going to just give you the director. You were right about Blackwater. The second one actually is probably one of the best episodes ever directed. That is a battle episode, The Watchers on the Wall. That is the episode where the wildlings attack the wall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
And Jon Snow has to defend it, and not to give any spoilers, but Ollie kills Jon Snow's girlfriend. It's crazy.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Game of Thrones by now, well, it's been like fucking 10 years.
That's just like on you at this point. Yeah. No, but seriously, he's solid, and obviously cool to see he has a foothold in the horror world.
Yeah, that's awesome. He's a good director.
See you, Neil Marshall. Shit.
So, as the girls get down to the end, there's one guy there. It's a husband of Sarah.
It's Sarah's husband. Sarah's the protagonist.
Yes, but the husband doesn't go over to Sarah. The husband goes over to check on Juno when the raft comes in, which is sus.
He's a little sus. He's a dull guy.
Yeah.
Fucking very dull.
Yeah. You know how dull he is? He's so dull, he gets into a car accident.
He's not driving though, right?
No,
Sarah's driving.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, he's driving.
Doesn't really matter because even they do not look at the fucking road at all.
No, they're true. They're actually staring into each other's eyes.
And my problem with that is they should be looking at the road. The other driver, how do you not fucking move?
Yeah. What if that guy is also looking at his wife? And it's just two couples. This is like inside.
Sick. But yeah.
But so the car though that they hit has like metal pipes on it, and it shoots through the husband's head. And we'll mention now there is a child in the back that is going to get massacred by these pipes.
Pipes go through. It could nicely go through everybody's face, but Sarah's. It's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's like you're like, oh shit, this is the movie we're in. They killed a child already.
Yeah. Which is crazy why they couldn't do the ending if they.
Right.
They couldn't do the extra ending. If
they're like, it's like the whole ending was too. Maybe because like they're like, okay, so we killed a child, so let's give the American audience a more upbeat ending. But I don't know. We'll get to the ending when we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hype.
Yeah. Well, it's because you're still probably eyes are burning a little bit.
My eyes are burning. I'm drunk.
Yeah. All of that.
This is only my second beer, dude. IPA.
Yeah, but you had a sandwich too.
I had a sandwich.
So you actually ate with those.
These are 9.9%.
That's a lot.
And I'm a lightweight, so. But I mean, they're good.
All right. So Sarah's going to wake up in a hospital, realize her entire family's dead, and she's going to sob as one does when your family is dead.
You ever just wake up in the hospital and like the lights are flickering on and off and you sob?
Yeah, it's happened. It's very sad. Then how long is it into the future? It's like months or a year?
I think it's still I think it's like 6 months.
It's 6 months, right? 'Cause it wasn't as far into the future as you would think.
She's still fucking not right.
No.
Like she's not right. And if this happens, like she's married with a husband and a kid. I mean, like,
you've lost everything.
That's gonna take a while. That's gonna take years.
100%, because you like literally your entire life is like gone, like right in that moment. So Juno is going to get the whole crew back together. It's going to be
Sarah, Becca, Beth,
Holly, who wasn't a friend, but she's being added on by Juno because she's an experienced climber. And then the younger sister of Becca.
There's Sam.
Sam is the other one.
Kind of cute.
She is. She is actually in training to be a doctor. Yeah. Right, Sam?
She is. Yep, that'll come into play later.
Yeah, it's actually very important.
Not waste of storylines. This is pretty.
No, that's what I like. Everyone's character has a purpose. Like,
and things like Holly was a newcomer, and I was so surprised that her name was Holly. I was just like, oh my god, Billy Joe Armstrong is in the movie.
Yeah, you're not fucking wrong though. You're not wrong at all.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not my joke. So.
Oh really?
I'll give Scrap credit. This is a joke. I want to steal it though. It's really good.
It's a great one because like it's so fucking accurate.
Look just like him. I'm like, holy shit.
It really does. They're all gonna like bond. The thing with Holly is like it's a real accent, but her Irish accent or Scottish accent is thick.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't say shit. She's a shite.
She's shite.
When you're saying shite.
And I was like, bro, where's that in the fucking dictionary? Let me get my shite look up.
There's like 2 I, 17 E's. Like, what's going on here? But yeah, no, it's wild. Yeah. So the whole idea is that Juno wanted to get the whole group back together so they could go to the Borum Caverns and just have a good time.
No, this came out in 2005. I saw it probably around. No, I saw it on release. Yeah. Juno came out in like 2008, so this was before Juno.
Yes. She wasn't getting knocked up by Michael Cera yet.
Correct.
Yeah.
And Jason Bateman was the father in the movie. Am I wrong?
No, Jason Bateman was like Juno's...
Arrested Development. He was his father.
No, wasn't Jason Bateman in
Arrested Development?
No, yes, but wasn't he like a love interest?
He was in the movie?
Oh wait, am I thinking of a different movie?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't seen Juno in like forever.
No, Michael Bateman isn't Jason he Bateman. Like? Doesn't he like flirt with Juno in that movie?
Oh,
because her dad is the head news guy from Spider-Man. I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah, that's right. It's fucking
what's his name? He's the J.K. Simmons?
J.K. Simmons, yeah. The dude from Whiplash.
Yes. Now, I can't believe in a Descent review I need to look up Juno, but I'm like pretty positive Michael Bateman's in that movie. Let me see this shit. Michael Bateman, you in this fucking movie?
Michael Bateman?
Jason Bateman. Jesus, I don't know why I'm saying Michael Bateman. Jason Bateman is in the movie.
Oh, Patrick Bateman.
Oh, God. Yeah, Jason Bateman is in the movie. Married to Jennifer Gardner in the movie. That's right. They, like, have a relationship, but then, like, he starts showing his vinyls to Juno, and they have a... It's an interesting movie.
Yeah. I haven't seen the movie since 2000, like, literally 2008, 2009.
That movie was good in that year.
I remember I saw that movie, and then I recently, after that, saw Nikki and Nora's Infinite Playlist. That's pretty close.
Yeah, they're essentially
they came out the year after, but I remember those two movies, and not well though.
Well, the last thing I remember about Michael Cera is my Dharma is the road. Your Dharma is...
Yeah, fucking Twin Peaks.
Great,
like literally one of my favorite shows ever.
Incredible show. So, all right, they're gonna go into the caves the next step.
Caves. You ever see a fucking just giant hole in the ground?
One thing I want to point out before we get to that is I love that they do this because it's like that ominous like thing where it's like they take a group photo at the cabin and they're all like, okay, Jen, she's back.
Whoa, hey. I mean, I guess she's the queen of the burp.
Yeah, that's what someone's got to do it. So they take that like group photo and it's like the most ominous shit of all time because it's like a black and white photo and you're like, you're all fucking dead.
And I'm like, it's fucking 2005. With fucking black and white photos.
Yeah. Someone get some color in that.
Yeah. You're right though. Like you're doomed for failure when you take the black and white photo. Holly takes it and runs back.
Yeah. So let's talk about gaping holes.
You don't want to talk about Beth's pajamas?
Okay, we can talk about that first.
She gets called out for the flower PJs.
Yeah, she does.
And they were happy that they got the whole group back together. They couldn't believe they got the whole group back together, but they're back together and they're ready to fucking climb.
Yeah.
And by climb, I mean descend.
Yeah, into a gaping hole.
That's
like I was talking about. This is a very wide hole.
It's literally like you're going hiking and there's a ginormous hole in the ground.
Yeah. And you just rappel down.
The size of Danny's ditch.
Yeah. Holly is not going to listen to Juno. Juno's like, yeah, let's all go slow. And Holly's just like, woo, right down into the hole.
Yep.
Way too fast. Juno gives her a little bit of lip. She's like, what do you think you're doing here?
Juno's got like a little bit of an attitude towards her.
She does. Juno also wears this like necklace that is has a saying on it.
It does. I don't remember the exact saying, but I remember who gave her the necklace.
Yes.
And the guy who gave her the necklace was very silent in the beginning of the movie.
Yes.
He didn't want to talk a lot on that ride home with Sarah.
Yes. The thing the necklace says is what he used to say to Sarah all the time. It was like, live your life or some boring, like something
Why
like that.
Why the fuck would she wear that?
Right? Like, if Sarah's like, oh, I haven't seen that before. You fucking my husband?
You fucking my husband? Adultery.
Yeah. That's a big theme. So... You know what it is? Adultery, gaping holes. They're going in it. It all makes sense now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all adding up.
He's the only guy in the movie, probably, besides some of these creatures, maybe.
Yeah, some of these creatures... Well, no, they're definitely some dude creatures, because I think there is a female creature in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, they look kind of like... There's definitely like female and like dude creature.
Yeah, dude... So we're just calling them dude creatures? Yeah, I kind of like the things you come up with. Okay. Dude creature, okay. All right, so we're in this cave. They're gonna be like, there's like 3 entrances, 3 exits. The only way through is through this like small ass like pit. And that's the thing, like going down into that cave looks kind of fun. Then when you're like go into that fucking small hole and hope for the best, kind of don't want to do that part.
No, hell no. Bro, this movie gives you really anxiety when they go through some of those small fucking holes.
Yeah, because it's like when they're breathing, you just actually see the dust flying, and it's like they're like squeezed in.
Yeah.
Their shit is getting squeezed.
And is it like fucking Holly that like has to pull fucking Sarah through? Because Sarah's like fucking, I can't breathe.
That I think that's actually Beth that gets her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't breathe.
Yeah.
And I mean, that pretty much starts the fact that, we're fucked.
Yes. So they have, because the rocks start to cave in, and then she's like, fuck the rope bag. Go.
She pulls her. She helps pull her out.
Yeah. They lose the rope bag, and they are now stuck in this chamber. They open up flares, and they like look around, and it's like, it's a
toss.
Yeah. It's a big chamber.
Cavern. It's Cavern.
This is the first time Sarah thinks she starts to see something in the distance. She thinks she sees like a creature.
She does.
Yeah.
Nobody else does. She actually sees something.
Which is why I'm saying she thinks she sees something. Because Juno's like, it's the dark. It plays tricks on you. I mean, you're nervous.
She's going to hear throughout the movie like child voices.
Yeah.
Like, and even in the beginning, like this is the whole thing about like her child recently dying. It's going to be like stuck with her. It's like trauma.
Well, she has visions of her child holding a birthday cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say what's like a theory that some people had on this movie is that since Sarah's like the first person to like see creatures and like she keeps hearing the voices of like her kid, that it's actually there's no creatures, that like Sarah actually flipped out and killed all the other girls in the cave.
Interesting.
And it's like
creatures don't exist at all.
Yes, it's like it was always like kind of Sarah chasing them throughout the cave, because like there's a lot. Most of the times, once the girls do split up, they're never with Sarah again.
It's true. Yeah.
So it's always like Sam's with Becca or Juno's by herself, or like the only time Beth sees her again is like the time Sarah actually finishes it. So it's like there's this whole idea that Sarah actually just went mad in the cave when she found out that Juno had slept with her, and she kills everyone, and that the creatures were just a symbol for like her descent into madness.
It's interesting. Yeah, and I can see that.
And that's just a theory. I truly do believe there was just creatures in the cave, but it's just like an interesting theory that people had on it.
The interpretation's interesting, and it could fit.
Exactly. Because it is filmed in a way where it's, like I said, Sarah's never with the whole group again.
Yeah.
But now let's talk about going through tight spaces. Because they're going to eventually get into a area where Becca's like, okay, there should be 3 tunnels here. Where are we? Can I see the map?
Is this the reveal?
This is the reveal.
So this is the reveal where Juno has pulled everybody together to do this. They thought they were going to this popular spot when in reality they're going to an unexplored cavern. She has fucked the entire group over.
Yeah. They thought they were going to Borum. This is a place. And then Juno's logic is like, I get it, but it also does make her come off as like a...
Oh, no, that's fucked up.
Yeah, because she's like, I thought we can name it after you, Sarah. And Sarah's even like, you probably just wanted to... It's like, oh, you just wanted to name it after yourself, probably, and just walks away. Because it does seem like an ego trip almost on Juno's part here.
Yeah. And this is like the cool, like, you know, conflict you get between characters. This is like, Juno, you don't know if her intentions were well-mannered or selfish. I get the impression that she did want to pull everybody together for like a nice group thing. I doubt it was for fucking Sarah, honestly.
No, I doubt so too. It was for herself.
Yeah.
I think her guilt for cheating
is
weighs more than her feeling bad for Sarah.
I agree.
One thing of important little bit of information to throw in. Before they got into this area, Holly rushed ahead, fell down a hole, and actually broke her leg where the bone shot out of her leg.
I found out yesterday when I watched this with Scrap, because I didn't know this information. It's called a compound fracture. Good thing that they have sort of a doctor on staff in Sam. The only help that they could really do is like carry her.
Yeah.
And like that's it. She has to snap the bone back into her leg.
Yeah, it's rough. But it's like I want to just bring that up because none of this is going to matter in a second.
It doesn't matter. But do you think she passes out from the pain? She doesn't pass out.
She doesn't.
What do they have her bite on?
It's one of the tie ropes. It looks like.
Yeah,
and
she fucking. They have to try to snap it back in. It's not going to matter.
No. Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all.
Fucking acid.
What are we dealing with? Well, there's a government warning on here.
It's always for alcohol.
And women shouldn't drink it.
Yeah.
Liquid Paradise, 7.8. Voodoo Ranger. There's a little duck on here. A little ducky.
Yeah, nice. Okay. So Byron's back from being. So the one thing we got to mention also, before we go into now the madness, we talked about the leg breaking. They do traverse a giant gap by Becca. She hooks the things and holds on and moves. It's important to mention because she sees an old hook in the cave, and that's when they notice, and that's like they're like, so someone's
else has attempted to go through this.
Yeah. And
they will find out like later on that like these people must not have made it out.
Exactly. So it's just something I wanted to bring up because now once after the leg injury and all this and they realize they're stuck and there's nowhere to go, panic ensues and they just start shouting. They're like, is anybody here?
Yeah, they start yelling, panic at the cavern.
Yeah. And this is the only jump scare of the movie, so I won't fault it for it.
Right behind her?
Yeah.
Who is the character that is on? Because don't they take it with like it's video.
It's video. It's
But it's like, is it night vision? It's night vision.
They say it's infrared.
Okay.
Which I don't know if that's actually how that would work, but it's going from the movie. It's Becca's the one who's screaming, and then the creature's just behind her.
Very scary.
Panic ensues. They all start running. Holly gets her neck just ripped out.
She's on the fucking ground.
Yeah.
She's her fucking shit fucked. So she's actually alive still. She is technically alive still.
Not Holly.
Holly, yeah.
Is she when she gets...
She doesn't die by the fucking monster.
What?
She died by Juno.
No, that's Beth. Beth? Yeah, Beth gets the hook.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Yep, you're right.
Because what happens is after it's Sarah, Sam, and Becca run away, Juno's trying to fight the monster to keep from taking Holly's body. She actually kills the monster. Juno fucking kills like so many.
No, you're right. Juno actually fucking technically, I thought she had 3. She gets 2 kills.
Yeah,
she gets 2 kills. She fucks this guy up.
Yeah, and then
Dude Creech is fucked.
Yeah, Dude Creech is fucked up. Then someone comes from behind her. She doesn't even care. Swings the pickaxe right through the throat. Beth.
Yeah, that's right.
And this is who you were going to credit a kill to at first?
Correct. That's all. I'm like, Juno has now killed 3.
Yeah.
You think she's dead. This is what I was referring to. It's actually not Holly. It's Beth. That she's not dead yet. But she looks pretty fucking dead.
Yeah. So, like, Juno is just like, she's like, can't believe what just happened. She's like, stunned.
She's shocked. I mean,
but
I mean, like, in the heat of the moment, she fucking took out 2 of them.
Yeah.
She just fucking quickly swings and kills.
Yeah. And this is the thing. Like, Beth is begging Juno not to leave her, but she hears the creatures coming. So she leaves her. But Beth does grab Juno's necklace off of her first as Juno runs away. And that's going to be trouble later on.
Yeah, I mean, someone will find it.
Yeah. So now it's just like the girls are just trying to escape the monsters. Like,
and these are like bitches or no?
So Juno's kind of a bitch.
Sure.
Like, she's not a good person.
Sure.
But
you fucking though?
Juno?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like,
yeah.
you fucking, right?
And fucking Juno, yeah.
What about, like, Becca?
No.
Beth?
Maybe.
Sam?
Yeah. I mean, what about you if you had a...
Well, like, Sam's the cutest of the bunch, in my opinion.
There's something about Juno, though, I kind of like.
No, Juno is definitely a piece.
Yeah.
But for me, like...
And then Beth would be third.
Probably.
Well, ain't Holly.
No, Sam would be the number 1 option, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that.
She's like the number 1 draft pick.
Yeah.
Juno is like the...
I wouldn't be mad with getting the number 2 pick, though, in this
Would Juno?
draft.
Yeah, like you wouldn't be mad with the number 2 pick, even though she'll fucking probably cleave your throat.
Yeah, but, like...
And probably deceive
she's
you.
like a praying mantis.
Holy hell.
Praying mantis, they, like, mate, and then the female eats the head of the male praying mantis after mating.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, nature's sick, isn't it?
Nature's so sick.
Yeah,
dude.
we're going to talk about nature next week.
Here we are. Just you wait.
Just you wait. Yeah, so now it's going to be a bunch of, as you said, bitches running through the cave.
It's just basically going to be like an ensemble of period. Well, fucking menstruation.
Well, there's a point where Sarah jumps into the menstruation pool.
That's actually a fact. It's a blood pool. It's Holly's blood pool, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Like, wild. Just into menstruationality.
Well, because like Holly bleeds literally fucking everywhere from her leg.
Yeah.
I mean,
but before she jumps into menstruation pool, Sarah actually finds Beth.
Sarah does find Beth, yeah.
And Beth tells Sarah, it's like, Juno did this to me.
Juno, really find out like Juno like killed her.
Yeah.
Like there's the necklace and shit.
And so then Beth though does the thing where she's like, kill me.
Yeah. And she does.
Would you be able to do that?
It's fucking hard, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I would have to, but I would not be okay with it. Like I never want to kill somebody.
No, right? Exactly. No, I'm with you. Like, especially if it's like your close friend.
The person's like fucking asking for it, and like
and it's the fact you know you can't get
their own blood slowly. Like I don't know.
And if you just leave them there, like the monsters might come and eat them alive.
I would pray about that. That'd be tough. I'd be praying and then like doing it probably. It's probably what would be. I would pray, do it, and then like pray again.
Yeah,
it'd be tough.
It's not 100%. Becca and Sam then they eventually like run into Juno. Like a lot of this now is just them escaping the monsters, fighting off the monsters. Juno actually saves them. Juno kills another monster and saves Becca and Sam.
Yeah, she gets a few. These monsters are fucking fast. And,
oh my god!
You will find out they do get more adept into figuring out how the monsters operate.
They're blind.
They're blind, and they operate solely on sound.
Yes.
So if you make a noise, they're fucking gonna crush your skull.
Yeah, because they're like, there's a scene where Becca and Sam are hiding, and the watch goes off, so they throw the watch away to move the monster away.
Exactly, to kind of distract it. Because, I mean, there's a lot of girls in these caves, and they make one false move, one false sound, they're gonna eat your puss.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what monsters do. Dude creatures just go around eating puss.
Dude creatures just fucking love eating box.
Yeah.
They just fucking love it more than cats. They just fucking crush box.
Yeah. More than cat. So then they're gonna get to the point where it's Becca, Sam, and Juno. They're gonna like kind of get split up for a brief second because of the creatures. Sam's gonna take off. She's gonna have that like the swing gap area, and she's gonna start climbing the rocks. Becca and Juno are gonna catch up. They're like, yeah, don't. You can't do it. You're not that strong. You're a doctor. And then the creature's gonna be staring her in the face, and she's gonna put the knife in her mouth. And I'm like, maybe she should have swung first.
Probably.
But then she gets her throat cut, and then she's like, this is a good time to stab it and kill it.
Yeah.
Which she does.
Yeah. Guess one. Yeah.
So Sam's just dead. This is actually really, like, sick, because it's like that, it almost reminded me of fucking Faces of Death, where they, like, slit the pig's throat, and then they bend it over, and the blood just pours out.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly, it was like a slaughterhouse kind of vibe.
1000%. Slaughterhouse shit. What I will say is that when you watch this movie, you kind of think that there's just like a few of these things in there, like 1, 2, or 3. She kills one, but you think you don't really know how strong they are, but you know that they're like pretty fucking crafty. There's a fucking ton of them in there.
But that's what I do like. They're not like an overpowered enemy.
They're not. They're killable.
They're very killable. It's just there's so many of them.
There's a lot.
Because like you said, Juno is going to actually end up killing even more with Sarah soon. Because as soon as Sam gets killed, Becca gets attacked from behind. You just start ripping her insides off.
Yeah, it's fucking brutal.
And Juno does the Juno thing where she's like, just dives into the hole. Lands in a water pit.
Water pit.
Yeah, your favorite kind of pit.
Snake pit, water pit,
blood pit,
watermelon pit, blood pit, double belly button pit,
olive pit. So Juno and Sarah are eventually going to meet up with each other. And Sarah's just covered in blood because Sarah's she's killed 2 dude creatures and one woman creature.
Yeah.
What are we calling the woman creatures? You got anything clever?
Oh, you mean like a woman version of the?
Yeah, because you got dude creature.
Well, because Sarah also has a fucking Beth kill on her hands.
Yeah.
Hoe.
Okay, so we're going dude creatures and hoes.
No, the thing like a guy dies, I call it a dude, but like if a girl creature, like a girl creature, like what you would say, like a girl dies, I probably just call her like a fucking filthy slut.
Okay, that's sick.
It's fair.
But we'll go with it. We'll go. I'll vibe with it. I'm gonna vibe with it right now. I'm vibing with it right now.
Yeah.
We'll vibe with it.
It's all a vibe.
Yeah. So we're just gonna. These two are gonna be together, and they're gonna try to escape, and then there's gonna be 3 creatures in the front. They're gonna go for a little fight. Yeah. They're actually going to fuck these creatures up. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm watching Steven Seagal where he doesn't take a hit.
What is like fucking like Black Dong or every other movie where he tries to be an Asian person?
Well, I mean, I love how Steven Seagal went from Steven Seagal to Steven Seagal Black Man to Steven Seagal Asian Man.
Yeah, literally you're literally on the money. He goes from fucking literally Steven Jackson to like Stephen Chung.
Yeah, it's like fucking true because Steven Seagal went through this period where he just talked with a Southern Louisiana accent. Dude, all of a sudden.
He does like a fucking like 17 movies where he's Asian. Like it's fucking crazy. Like he's legitimately Asian.
He's fucking
Asian in so many movies.
I mean, I understand it because he's the wizard of the 3-night stand.
That's true, and he has like a ponytail.
Yeah, and his facial hair is definitely not dyed.
Oh, it's fucking jet black, dude. It's super fucking dyed. There's no way he's like 70.
Yeah,
and I love that. I love that video that he has of like of him like people are going at him like he's doing karate. And he's really just like touching them and they're fucking flying.
It's like, oh my god! And dude, he's met Putin.
Good friends with Putin, right?
Yeah, how does that scenario happen?
How does Dennis Rodman become like good friends with fucking King Jong-un?
I almost think that makes more sense though than Steven Seagal becoming friends with Putin.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's so weird. Well, he does say he's a Russian Mongol.
Maybe he is.
He was born in like East Lansing, Michigan. But he's the Russian Mongol. Anyway, so they're going to fuck up these creatures. And then we're going to have the big reveal where Sarah's like, she holds her arm out and the necklace falls. And Juno's like,
oh, shit.
Fuck.
Okay.
Sarah, though, no hesitation, hits Juno in the leg with the pickaxe.
Oh, yeah.
Leaves her with the creatures.
And there's a fucking, like I said,
it's like
there's a lot of creatures there.
It's like 12.
And Sarah is gonna fall.
Yeah.
through a hole, convenient hole.
Yeah, so this is where...
Convenient hole.
Yeah, this is where it gets annoying because she falls through the convenient hole that puts her to the exit.
Yeah, because she falls down and then she crawls. She's the light.
Yeah.
Which is weird because they do kind of see a light, but like now she really sees the light.
Yeah.
And she can just like crawl. She goes down, but like it's like a crawl up.
Yeah. She was doing a downward dog into an upward cobra if you're a yoga person.
That's actually not... That's pretty solid.
Thank you. So she'll get out. She'll go to the conveniently placed car that's right by the exit. And she'll start driving. She'll stop.
You never would see what happens to Juno, even though you know that she's fucking screaming.
Yeah, well, because you do hear screaming. Because she takes a pickaxe out of her leg and she's like getting ready to fight the creatures.
My bet is that she actually fucking kills them all.
Probably. She's a fucking badass.
She is fucking badass. She's also really good at cheating on people.
Being the
cheater.
Yeah.
Being a cheater. So she's good at cheating.
She's good at, she's a cheat sheet. Yeah.
You'd fuck, though.
Yeah, I fuck. Yeah. Why not? You fuck, too.
Maybe if I was single.
That's a good point.
I'm just saying, cover my bases. You know?
Just cover your bases. Yeah, so she's going to stop on the side of the road. She's going to have a Juno jump scare. Movie's going to end. And I'm like, wow.
Juno grudge?
Yeah. Dude, no joke.
Like Ringu shit?
Yeah,
it looks like fucking the girl from The Ring.
Yeah, so this is the thing. That ending sucks ass.
You tell me everything. This is your movie.
Yeah. That ending's terrible. I like this movie so much for the British ending.
The British ending. The real ending.
Yeah, the real ending. That all happens because as you're watching, you're like, convenient hole, convenient car. Oh, great, a jump scare. I'm watching any movie from the 2000s American horror scene.
Sure.
But in the British version, after the jump scare, she wakes up. She's still in the cave. And she just looks up and there's nothing. There's no hole. There's no shining light. It's just darkness, and you just hear the creatures closing in on her from behind.
That should have been the ending.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. That is fucking scary.
Yeah.
That should have been the ending. It is a horror movie after all.
Yeah. And I don't need a happy ending from a horror movie.
Shouldn't be one.
If I need a happy ending, I'll go watch a Pixar film.
You watch Wrong Turn.
Exactly.
Yeah, or a Pixar film.
Wrong Turn does have a happy ending.
The first one does.
Yeah. The first one is actually the only Wrong Turn with a happy ending.
In terms of like 2000s movies, which you're absolutely right. Like always the twist is, oh wait, no, like they're fucked. Like the twist is like they're going to die at the end.
Yeah.
Wrong Turn is like one of the ones I remember where they get out.
Like the was it? I still know what you did last summer. I know what you did. It's always they get out and then a hook comes from under the bed, or the hook man jumps through a mirror. We're like, what the fuck is going on here?
But you're right. Yeah, I think that would have been a better ending. So I like the UK ending definitely way better than her just seeing the ghost of Juno and now just like still like just being in perma trauma.
Yeah, it's like I don't need that.
Like it does nothing for the horror fan. You know what I mean? Like it's not that kind of a movie.
No, not at all. And that's The Descent.
That's The Descent. Yeah, a much better movie than its sequel.
Oh God, I don't even want. Because the thing is, if you go off the British ending, there isn't a sequel.
Yeah.
Because
it would stop the sequel, yeah.
We'll eventually talk about the sequel, but just the gist of it is that Sarah does escape from the cave, and that when she gets to the police, they're like, let's go investigate what happened in that cave by going into the cave with Sarah.
Why the fuck would you ever go back in that cave?
Yeah, and they bring a trauma. Like, there's two things. If you think she's been through trauma, you don't bring her. And if you think she did kill all of her friends, you don't bring her. So yeah, we'll talk about the sequel eventually, but let me give my final review on The Descent. It is my favorite horror movie. I just like the concept of the claustrophobia, the fact that it's like a movie that does monsters really well with them not being overpowered. They're creepy, they're realistic, and I also like the theories of maybe there weren't monsters. I don't think that's correct, but I do like that it's like a thought-provoking, like maybe what if she was the villain? What if she was the one going around killing everyone? Because you actually do see her kill one person, and she does hit Juno with the thing, so it's like anything's possible. But just it's so atmospheric. It's so like you feel the claustrophobia as you're watching it. Exactly.
Yes.
It's all of it. And you think this is going to be crazy, but I'm actually not going to give my favorite horror movie of all time a 10.
No, really?
Because of the American ending.
Yeah, I know.
If this movie just went British ending, but I feel like I have to give it based off of the American ending, right? Because it's the one we saw here.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I never saw the other.
Yeah, exactly. So for that, I have to give it a 9.
Fair. Wow. I for surely thought you were giving this 10.
I wanted to. I should. I probably should.
British ending would get a 10.
Yeah. So it's, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to say I watched the British ending. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10.
Okay. That's fair.
So I will throw it over.
Yeah, no, like, I go be honest with you, like, the British ending just would make this movie tremendous. Endings make the movie, like, an ending could really, really make or break a movie. I just want to say that. Not that this was broken at all, but, like, I'm thinking strong 8 for this movie. If it was the British ending, probably a 9.
Yeah.
But if I'm going off the American ending, I'm thinking like strong 8 because while this movie's fucking great, builds tension throughout, the dialogue is incredible. The struggles that were brought externally outside of the outside pre-cave into the cave work amazing with the movie. And the fact that this is like an all-female cast is very good. It's definitely menstruation filled.
Yes.
Definitely put it this way. Honestly, one man in that cave, everybody gets out fine. Everybody gets out without a fucking hitch. But look, it's an all-female cast, and they do their best. They knit, they crochet, and they get themselves out of there. That's a lie. Only Sarah does. In the American ending, where she's haunted, in the British ending, she's stuck in there. Strong 8 out of 10. Descent is a very good movie. I remember it from when I was like, I don't know, like 14 or 15 when I watched this the first time, and it was really good, and I definitely enjoyed watching it. I watched it a couple years ago, and I watched it again now, so it's like my third watch.
Yeah.
Still really good.
Yeah, great
but yeah,
movie.
that definitely, I'll be honest with you, the British ending would make this like infinitely better.
Yeah, not to just keep going on. It's
infinitely better.
It's just the fact that like it's so convenient that the exit's right there when she falls, and that the car is within walking distance of an exit.
It feels too easy.
Exactly, it feels too easy.
Yeah. It's like literally like she accidentally goes through the hole that gets her out of the cave.
Yeah, it's just
she doesn't work for it.
Exactly, and that's why the fact that none of it's real and it was all in her mind at the end.
It just makes so much more sense.
Love it.
Yeah.
So with that said, Jen's not here, so let's do some necro shit, right?
Okay. Who? I mean, you have all the fucking creatures, all the dude creatures that get killed.
Yeah.
And then
the hoe. One hoe gets killed.
Yeah, you get a hoe creature. You have Beth, who gets killed by Sarah, even though you think you're killed by fucking dude creature.
Yeah.
I mean, you have name them Sam, Becca. You have all of them.
Holly.
I can't confirm Juno.
So here's the thing.
Well, I guess the ghost. I don't know.
But this is the thing. Have you seen the sequel to this movie?
I did. I literally, the only thing I remember from the sequel is the very end of the movie with the fucking old guy on top of the cave.
Miserable.
That I remember.
Miserable. The thing is, though, in the sequel, Juno is alive.
Yeah.
They actually find her alive in the cave. So
fucking badass, dude.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I don't remember much of the second. I just remember the ending of the movie.
There is a old white man cop also in that movie who is the worst character I've ever seen in a movie.
I didn't remember like talking about make or break endings for movie. There's a fucking horrible ending.
Yeah. Well, it's because there's a random woman cop in that movie who is the sole survivor at the end. And then this guy is like the dad from Wrong Turn who just like hits her with a shovel and
brings her back in.
Yeah. It's terrible. We won't talk. So let's just say for the sake that the sequel does exist, Juno is not dead. Yeah, so it's anyone except Sarah and Juno.
I think the death that makes it's tough. Oh no, it's not very tough. I'm actually gonna go. Well, this is fucking sick. I'm gonna go with the husband.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with the husband. Wait, this is weird. We don't have a tiebreaker.
We don't.
We gotta like come to an agreement.
Yes.
Or roll a fucking die.
So I'll be honest. I like the husband. The only other person I was thinking of was Beth.
Yeah, I agree.
But
it was between them two.
I think we're going off of the same reasoning for each one is that they impacted the story the most, because the husband, obviously, since he was cheating on Juno, leads to why most of this happened and him dying. Yeah. And Beth, I was only thinking of because she's the one who reveals to Sarah that she had the necklace and that...
It's down to them, too, and I totally agree. I guess the reason why I went with the husband and not the sway is the brutality of the death.
Which, yes, but Beth, she got hit with the pickaxe, and then her finishing blow is with a rock.
She literally rocks her. Which I would think maybe doesn't finish her off.
It depends how hard you hit someone, I guess, with a rock. Yeah. But it was like a big rock. It wasn't like a pebble. But
do you have a Necro Coin? We could just flip for it.
We could. I'll be honest, though. I'm okay with going with the husband.
And I would be okay with going with Beth, too.
Okay, so they're both really... We'll Necro Coin.
I think it's a fair thing to do because, honestly, they're both very good. They're both very good.
They are. I agree. So who do you want to be what?
Well, I mean, it doesn't really, actually, this is the most important because heads always win. So
yes.
Like, all right, we'll go Beth heads and then like
husband tails.
Yeah, that's fine.
You were right. Heads always wins. I need a new coin flip app.
Literally always wins. No.
Let's try it. Hold on. Tails won that time.
Okay, well, it is heads, so it's Beth.
Okay, we're going with Beth. All right.
It is an important death. Do you want to do this?
Yeah. Beth. You were a very rational character.
Yes.
You were also the most supportive of Sarah, I think. I think she was kind of Sarah's rock.
She's the only person that really had pajamas.
Yes. Flower pajamas.
That is correct.
She did her best to help Sarah throughout these tough and trying times.
They're Beth.
And she also was the one to reveal that it was all Juno's fault. Juno killed her. Juno cheated on... Juno was the cheater that your husband was sleeping with. It was all bad. And her death was brutal. Sure. Imagine like choking on your own blood for like 15 minutes and then being killed with a rock.
Literally horrible.
Horrible. Also, she was the third most bangable.
That is third most bangable and probably like top most rocked.
Yeah. So for that, we're going to put her in our Necronomicon. Yeah, there we go. There. For the rocks.
For the rocks.
I did it for the rock. Yeah. You're supposed to say that. The music button.
I see what you were saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, no, we're good. Okay.
Next week.
Okay, so next week, like we said, we're going to be talking about nature. We're going to do the A24 film Lamb.
Lamb came out last year. Saw the previews for this movie last year. Wanted to see it in the movies. Never did. It's a movie from Iceland.
Yeah, very Icelandic.
What really threw me in this movie was that there was just like a bunch of sheep. It was like a normal movie, right?
Yeah.
A bunch of sheep. And then, the sheep is like walking and shit. Like it's a human.
Yeah, it's going to be a wild ride.
So I'm like, what the fuck is this about?
And I was like, what the fuck? It looks hella cute in a rain jacket.
It does. I'm excited to watch this. This will be the first time I've ever seen it. You too?
Me too.
Me too movement?
This movie has nothing to do with that, though.
No, this has more to do with like... You're talking about Lamb?
Yeah.
More to do with like... stealing.
Yeah.
Like stealing kids.
Stealing the Me Too movement.
Stealing it, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we just say like Harvey Weinstein was fucking cool?
No.
You can't say that.
No. We can't. I'm not.
Harvey, you son of a fucking gun.
I'm not going to say that. But what I am going to say is we're the final podcast.
Yeah, we are.
Signing off.
That's correct.
And we will see you next week in Iceland?
That's right.
In Iceland.
Please follow us at www.thefinalpodcast.com where you can see all of our videos. We do have a new show called Final Friday, which airs every Friday. You can catch me, Shane, and the Cannibal Mike G talking the shittiest of shit. But in terms of the Final Podcast, new episodes every Monday. We are now on YouTube. Give us a follow. Check out Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. On www.thefinalpodcast.com. It's all there.
But most importantly, go to our YouTube channel, The Final Podcast, and subscribe. That's what we want.
Comment and send us nudes. And by us, I mean, just really Shane. I'm good.
No. Don't send them to me. Don't want to solicit those. Nope. Don't do that. That's bad. It's bad news.